I'm curious, has burnout ever been an issue for you? And is there anything in particular that you do to combat it?
One of the things that anyone that's heard me speak for any length of time knows is that I have a history. I went through a very, very severe depression at one point in my life. And that really was kind of the epicenter, the far extreme of burnout. Because it started at some point and I didn't take care of it. So it just got progressively worse until it was a full-on depression. But so there are several things that I tell lawyers that are promoting their ultimate mental well-being and then ultimately their mental health that you have to do in order to sustain yourself as a business owner, really in any area, but in particular in a law firm. So you have to be intentional about taking care of yourself, and taking care of yourself not just means your physical health, it also means your mental, your emotional health, and that means putting things on the calendar that are for you. The same way that you schedule court, you need to schedule vacation, you need to schedule time off. And one of the wellness practices that a therapist taught me that I still live by is you need to schedule fun in your calendar. Now that might seem a little nonsensical, right? If you're a law firm owner that's married with kids, you might say, "Well, I've got, the kids play date next weekend and we're going to have fun at Disney on our vacation or whatever." But you need to actually put things on your calendar to look forward to. Because if you are just in a state of working and you're in a state of overwhelm and you don't have that thing that can pull you out of the weeds of the moment of whatever you're dealing with to look ahead, what tends to happen is we focus on the problems, right? Our instinctual wiring is to solve problems. And so you're in a constant state of solving problems. And then by the time you get to the thing, you are so tired and so worn out that the thing is not exciting to you anymore. But being intentional about looking forward to something actually lifts your mood. It tends to make you less experience. You have less experience of stress, and overall, you tend to be happier in the course of your work week and the course of your work day. The other thing that's a real big component of combating burnout is making sure that you are strategically systematizing your life and not just your business. So, when we talk about systematizing your life, that means that you need to figure out how much time you are going to work, how much time you're going to be with your family, how much time you are going to sleep, and fit in the things that matter. And that means if there are not enough hours for all of the things that you want to do, you need to find a way to make the most money possible in the hours that you are working so that you can hire people to do the things that you don't have time to get to. And every time I start to experience tiredness, a feeling of being overwhelmed, a feeling of being disengaged, I know it's time for me to hire something off of my plate. So every time I start to feel that little itch that says, I don't like what I'm doing, my life is not, but it's not fulfilling, I don't enjoy this, somebody needs a job. And if you structure those jobs the right way, you make more profit. So, in other words, every time I start to feel burnout, I make more profit, right? Those two things go hand in hand. Most people say, when I have the feeling of burnout, I have to get things off my plate. That means I have to make less money. And that is the wrong way to think about it. You take things off your plate, you give them to a person, you monetize that role, you make more money. Those things should go hand in hand. And that's what we help people to do here at Law Firm Mentor. We actually help you systematize your profit strategy so that you're making more profit every time that you're giving yourself more time. So you end up working less and making more at the same time.